Welcome back to the channel. Today we are sailing the historic USS Oklahoma. Beautiful ship. World War I / beginning of World War II style. This ship famously was sunk in Pearl Harbor along with several other ships on that tragic day. We're going to sail it out now, though, and we're going to give it a second chance on life. And we are in Two Brothers. We're going to go up the middle, go up the pipe. This is where everybody tells you not to go, but we're going to do it anyway because we're sailing the Oklahoma, and she deserves it. So here we go. We're following a cruiser up the middle of the channel and Two Brothers. Let's see how it goes. This ship is, it's a Tier 5, so a lot of people don't play a lot of Tier 5 ships. I rarely do. If I do, it's the Oklahoma. It only has about 48,000 hit points of HP. Main batteries, it has 14-inch guns. It has 10 of them. They're not that good. Use HE. You have to use HE if you don't have a beautifully broadside ship. Otherwise, the AP just has trouble. Accuracy's not great. Dispersion's not fantastic. You miss a lot of shots. But if you get close range broadsides like anything, you always use AP. Otherwise, HE can start some fires. Decent fire chance for this ship. 37%. Secondaries are excellent. This is one of the best secondary ships at this tier 5. So if you get a chance, put some secondaries on someone. It's kind of fun playing a Tier 5 secondary battleship, especially whenever it's a U.S. battleship. Top speed's pretty slow. It's around 20 kilometers with the speed flag. It's tough to maneuver. Battleship is fine as far as armor, but it's Tier 5, so it's not fantastic by any means. But overall, I think it's a fun, rare boat to play. You complete this through the collection challenges in the main menu of the game. I don't play Tier 5 very often, but even when I do, I never see these ships played. But you know what? I love it. I love the historical nature of it, so definitely want to take it out. Okay, so we have a cruiser. We're going to see what we can do with the Marblehead. Marblehead is a tier for tier small ship, a lower tier ship like me. I'm going to peek out here and try to do some damage on it, but I don't want to get too far out and then just be consumed by the enemies. I want them to kind of come to me. I am a little bit worried about somebody swinging by and throwing some torps in the channel, so I'll try to get in a position to where I don't eat a bunch of them if they do. Same time, I do want to be able to reach some of the enemies here. I'm going to change where my secondaries are targeted there, obviously. See if we can kill this cruiser trying to sail by. They don't even see me, I guess. They're just broadside. Broadside to the world. See if I can take them down. It could splash. There we go. Some Tier 5 power right there. Oklahoma doing the thing. Try to get some shells in here to the battleship. Oklahoma, a little bit more about the Oklahoma if y'all don't know. It's a very historical ship. Let's take a look. Watch out. Here we go. We have the Marblehead. It's going to try to... throwing torps at me. It's going to beach itself, though, so it's done. This is a suicide mission. So if I survive the torps, it's a goner. And I did it for no reason. I can just chew it down from here. Another bad thing about the Oklahoma, 37-second reload on its guns. Basically every Earth rotation you get guns. Only one torp, so good. Sacrifice himself for one torp. All that for a drop of blood. Whatever, bro. Get out of the game. Okay, 2 cruisers killed right here in the channel. Doing our part. And feeling good about it. Okay, so now we have a Koenig coming in. We can match this ship quite well. Let's see if we can chew it down with some secondaries. Throw a little bit of AP at it, although probably should use an HE with it being nose in like that, but I think at any moment it's going to turn, and if it does, I want to have AP loaded. Good range on these guns, and then you also have spotter plane if you want, which I almost always take. Now, if you're in a carrier game with this ship, it is so dreadful. It has no anti-air. Alright, secondaries are going now on the Koenig. We'll see if we can take it down. I just love it. Going to get a little angled here. So I want to get more of my secondaries on him, so I might get a little greedy, but I don't want to go completely broadside, of course. So he's got his guns pointed right at me. He's taking a shot. We're taking ours too, though. Okay, a little damage. We can handle it. We can handle this. We're in the Oklahoma, man. All right, we're going to keep going on the Koenig with the secondaries. See if we can chew into him a little bit more. Good damage. Just starting to pile up. All right, just clip, 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 clip. Starting to get more and more secondary hits. There we go. And the longer that we're locked into them, if we have the commander skill activated, the more accurate my guns become. At this point, we're maximum accuracy, so we should be able to chew into him pretty good in a ship that's designed for secondaries. Get a lot more. It's 20. Rattling up 20, and we took him out with the main guns. Very good. All right, hey, we went up the channel and 2 brothers in a tier 5 with a bunch of tier 6s and 7s sailing around, and we just got ourselves 3 kills. So there you go. The fun side of the Oklahoma. We're going to turn a little bit. We could sit in the cap here, but, you know, this is all about action. This video is about taking action in the Oklahoma. We're going to sail out a bit, risk our lives, but it's the right thing to do. Okay, so here, I think we have a really good Iron Duke. It's kind of angled away a little bit. We'll take a shot at it, see if we can get some into it. A little bit worried about this Colorado coming in on me, though. Colorado can overpin me just about everywhere. It'll be a quick trip to the bottom of the sea if I try to go toe-to-toe with him, but I'm kind of all alone up here, and I don't want to just turn flat broadside to anybody, so I'm going to angle a bit, see if I can do some more damage before I go down. That's what it's all about. Try to get a good team victory here. Went up the channel, got 3 kills with a tier 5. Feel pretty good about it. And that's my last shot. Colorado did just overmatch me. I was angled to that Colorado. It mattered not. It took me out. Ugh, it's a tough way to go, but not much else you could do there. I could have stayed a little bit closer to the island, yet in the cap, maybe grab the cap. Probably the smarter move, but I got a little greedy, wanted to get out there and throw some shells at the enemy. So I went ahead and sailed out a little bit, peekabooed, and paid for it. But the rest of the team's in fantastic shape now. Again, we took 3 ships off the board, and they should be able to handle this. We'll stay here though and get a good look at how this game plays out. Talk a little bit more about the Oklahoma though. Historical ship BB-37 was a Nevada class battleship. It was commissioned all the way back in 1916. So we were in the heat of World War I when this thing was commissioned. Hence the 14-inch guns and the lighter armor for a battleship. It was one of the first U.S. dreadnoughts that the Navy built that burned oil fuel instead of coal. And it had an all-or-nothing armor scheme. It originally in World War I, it did actually have an opportunity to serve in World War I. Served in the Atlantic. It was part of Battle Division 6. And it mainly escorted a lot of convoys and protected a lot of other ships from U-boats that were really prevalent at that time period. Between the wars, it operated in both the battle fleet and scouting fleet. Underwent major modernization back in 27 to 29, and really helped to be able to bring the ship forward in capabilities. In 1936, it helped evacuate American citizens that were refugees from the Spanish Civil War. It eventually transferred to the Pacific Fleet, and that's where the Okie was moored on Battleship Row at Pearl Harbor. And unfortunately, when the Japanese attacked on December 7th, 1941, it was there. Lined right up. It was an easy target. It was hit by up to 9 torpedoes in the opening minutes of the battle. Some of the first sorties hit this ship. Eventually there she capsized and rapidly, tragically claimed the lives of 429 brave crewmen. It was salvaged in 43, but it was too damaged to be put back into service. Eventually decommissioned in 1944. It was going to be sold for scrap, but when it was being towed back to the mainland, actually sank on the way back to the mainland and was lost at sea. But you know, this ship, a lot of historical value to it. Never really got to get in the thick of the World War II battle. Even with that being the case, beautiful ship, and it was great to have an opportunity to sail her with you today. And I think she performed quite well. Secondary ships at Tier 5 are pretty fun. If you can get close enough, which this thing takes about a year or two to get there, but once you get there, as slow as it may be, it's fun just to slug it out. If you want to have a lot of fun with the Oklahoma, hopefully you can get a tier for tier 5 game. It really performs well in that setting. In this case, going up against a bunch of 6s and some 7s, it really had a hard time. It just gets overmatched by the Colorado, and it means the shells are just going right through it. Doesn't matter what you do, other than it missing you altogether. If it makes contact, it's going to make hard contact. Shardor's doing a great job here, battling it out. I think that these torps are going to hit at least one of them, and that's all it's going to take. The secondaries are doing the work, the fire's doing the work, and now the torpedo is going to finish the job. He's going to land 2 of them. Kabam! That's it. And the Shardy does its job, and the Italian battleship is gone. All right, here we go. It doesn't have a lot of health left, but it's going to go try to target the Colorado. Colorado had HE on it, which is surprising. You also have to worry about the Iron Duke, but really, the real competition here is the Colorado. 2 tier 7s going toe-to-toe. Shardhorse is trying to fight a war on 2 fronts. It's going to be tough. Not a lot of health left, but maybe the secondaries can start some fires and wear down the Colorado before Shorthorse hits the bottom of the ocean as well. Good shot right there, and Colorado's starting to feel it. Iron Duke was going to go straight up the channel. Looks like it's holding back just a little bit to try to get some more shots at the Shardhorse, which is a smart call. Back behind the Shardhorse is the Indianapolis trying to get some shots in. So if Shardhorse doesn't do it, Indy might be able to. Indianapolis is a good cruiser, very fragile on the sides like all U.S. cruisers, like most cruisers in the game, but really tough nose armor. We'll sell it at some point so you can see what I'm talking about. Pretty good boat overall. Shardhorse goes down, but it did its job. It put a lot of damage in the Colorado. It was just a tick or 2 away from going down. This fire might get him. We'll see. Oh, put it out at the last second. Indianapolis is still hanging back here. It's probably going to... Oh, there it is. Took a shot at it and got it. Only took a tippy tap, and the Colorado was out. Thank you for avenging the Oklahoma. And now the Indy's sailing on the north side, going to go after the Iron Duke, chase it down the channel. Our team has a ship advantage, has a cap advantage, or almost has a cap advantage. And the Iron Duke is headed south to C, but we're going to take B to offset it. And then the New York is going to A, so as long as there's not a complete throw here, we should be in good shape with the ship count advantage and about half the cap advantage, and have a huge point advantage. 4 minutes left to go in the match. It may take every bit of that to finish this one. We'll see. But our team's in pretty good shape. Again, too bad we're in the battle a little longer. 70k doesn't seem like a lot of damage, but when you're a tier 5 and you're up tiered and you got 3 kills, took 3 ships off the map for your team, you did your job. So I think we did our job today in the Oklahoma. New York is about as slow as the Oklahoma. It's about to get into the cap space, and now it can get into the battle as well as capping. Indianapolis is grabbing that cap for us right there, as is the Akatsuki. Eventually we'll sail the Indianapolis on the channel. I do like that boat as well. I didn't use it for a long time. Finally used it in tier 7 battles and ranked, and it's a really good ship in ranked. You get hydro and you get radar at tier 7, which is a rare thing. Several ships have it, but it's still pretty rare. And a good, really good nose armor on this ship. So if you stay nose in, a little angled, you can take a lot of damage against same tier ships. Not a lot of action on this one right now. We'll let it play out though. A huge point advantage, 900 points already for our team. Pretty much all she wrote. Should be able to wrap this up pretty quick from here. And just about done. You should be able to see the Iron Duke here around the corner any moment. There he goes. He's sending out some anti-sub plays just to see if the AA is going to activate. Iron Duke is right there. He's going to be able to get some HE on him. If he can get a fire started, could possibly take this thing down. pretty good HE shells there as well. If you want to watch a really cool video on the Indianapolis, there's plenty of them out there. But Sea Lord Mountbatten, that does a lot of World of Warships videos, did a fantastic video on the Indianapolis. I suggest you check out his channel and check out that video. But back to the Oklahoma. She may not look like much, but she's got it where it counts. Outstanding secondary ship at this tier. Just enough armor, just enough guns to get it done. If you're going to go for the main guns alone, you'll be disappointed. If you're trying to win a race against anything other than a tortoise, you're going to be disappointed. But secondaries are a lot of fun, and overall, it's just cool. Plus, I love selling these ships with these tall conning towers. It's just kind of neat to do that after selling so many high-tier ships all the time. I primarily play tier 9 and 10, but I do like to dip back in and play a lot of 8. 8 can be fun when you're not up tier to 10 all the time. And then 7 also has some really good boats as well. But overall, great job by the team here, pulling out the win. We'll take the victory and the XP. Take a look at the results of the battle. 3 destructions, couple of citadels, finished middle of the pack, but we did our job. Really good damage in on the Marblehead, the Koenig. And some damage into the Iron Duke there, 14k. We'll take it. Good secondary damage as well, over 17k in secondary damage. And Oklahoma's a premium ship. You'll make some credits on it. This is more of a black scheme. You can go to a lighter color, which I'll show you. But it's pretty cool. You have the red, blue tops on the guns. Good looking Oklahoma insignia on the back of the ship. Again, those conning towers are just kind of cool to see those. I mean, not the best thing like for actual warfare, but pretty cool look to it. Here's a lighter color. Now you can look at it. Sail this half the time, sail the black half the time. Just like looking at the different designs of the ship. You can see the gold really pops a little bit more on parts of the ship. Then that black Oklahoma really sticks out well. But overall, good looking ship. Had a historical significance for the United States. It was one of the ships that tragically we lost at Pearl Harbor, but today we brought it back. Decent armor on this ship. For tier 5, it's fine. When you get tier up tier, it's just not going to work. Quick look at some of the guns. We already talked about them. 14-inch shells. Pretty good range, 17-kilometer range with this ship, which is really good for a tier 5. Okay concealment and really bad maneuverability, but that's the Oklahoma. It is my favorite tier 5 to play, and if you feel like, just trying something new out, I suggest do a little bit of a grind, grab the Oklahoma. See you next time.